What is up, folks? It is I, Will, with Exposing WC, and we're talking about what happened last night, which was Survivor Series War Games. It was a good show overall, I would say. The only thing I would say I was disappointed with the most would be the women's match, and I'll detail why that was, or why that was the case for me, and we'll see if you guys agree with me or not. There were some disappointments there, but I thought the main event hit. It's crazy what happens when the main event is good. You end on a very strong note with good storytelling, good in-ring. It can just like leave you with a good taste in your mouth. And some of the things that you were disappointed with earlier can kind of be washed away. Always finish strong, folks. That's the message here. Because if you start strong and you end weak, leaves a bad taste in your mouth, and the overall narrative is that was disappointing. But if you start kind of but end very strong, then everybody goes home feeling happy. They go to sleep. When they put face to pillow, they feel good about things. But yeah, I had some issues with the women's match, which was the one I was looking out for the most, considering what I thought may have happened. We'll dive into that. I'll give the show War Games. Let's see, what do I give this damn show? I have no idea. I'll give you a rating at the end of the damn stream. How about that? What's up, Brianna? What's up, Pedro? What's up, Dave? I know Dave is in here. David, you get on my nerves last night. Your tweet, so we're getting on my nerves, insinuating that I was not liking the women's match because of the IWC. Like, that's ridiculous. You know, good and well, damn well that I often critique the IWC. So why would I let that affect my opinion? Interesting. The crowd was silent when Raquel came out. I like Raquel, but yes, they are often silent for her. Let's go ahead and dive into this show. We'll talk about the opener. Why not? So we open up with Team Rhea, right? Team Rhea and Team Bianca. Now, so heading into the match. So remember what I've been saying for the longest time. These matches have no stakes, right? It doesn't matter who wins or loses, contrary to IWC, because the IWC thinks it matters who wins or loses. It doesn't. These matches have no stakes, okay? So I was very much looking forward to seeing what story beats, what storylines, what character moments we're gonna get. And surprisingly, there was some, but it was not with the storyline I thought we're gonna get. And I'll talk about that in a second. So Team Rhea, they're come down, they're all kumbaya, they're all getting along, right? Got Team Liv, they're all, looking with the damn sunglasses, looking like freaking the Matrix, like about to enter the Matrix or something. Bianca comes out with her entrance, she starts off the show. They gave the statistics here, War Games match total appearances. I like this little touch here. Team Rhea had 18 appearances from their group. Team Liv had 9. I like a little touch, a little random statistics. Why not? I'm a fan of that. So we open the show with Nia Jax and Bayley. Now, I would say the first 15, 20 minutes of the show was not the strongest. I thought the match was kind of slow. Some of the weapon usage, especially with the chairs, was not the best. Some of the chair shots, chair usage, it felt like they were trying to. It just felt a little sloppy, a little disjointed. I don't think this was the best booked War Games for the women. I thought the last two were better. Some of the intricate spots, some of the moves and the spots that were produced in the previous War Games were better than this one. I thought the first 20 minutes were kind of slow, a little clunky. All right. So you had Bayley and Nia starting off. So kind of slow. Liv trying to get the crowd to shut up, chanting, "Let's go Bayley," right? Bayley hit her Karana, which was nice to see, And Nia started beating Bayley with her own belt when Bayley tried to use it at first. But there's some stuff happening. Ultimately, the first 20 minutes was the best. But we're going through it anyway. Nia freaking wiping the belt on her ass. She gives her she puts her into the damn cage with her butt. Okay. Then we had Naomi come out there. Naomi did her thing a little bit. That was all cool. She was hyped with the crowd. They had like a freaking toilet seat in there. Put the toilet seat around Nia Jax's face, and she gave her the stink face. That was all great and good. Then Tiffany wanted to come out. And this is when Cancer Ray said, "Nah, I'm good. You stay here. I'm going out now." That was a little character moment here, a little story beat here. Nothing with any significance, right? This has been happening the entire time, right? They've been going back and forth, tit for tat. This little like passive aggressive thing they've been going on here, but Candice LeRae cuts her off and goes down to the ring. So that happens there. Candice hits her little senton off the chair onto Naomi's back. Does a springboard, a moonsault, doesn't land flush, but it's good enough. Like, I'm not gonna hate on that. It's a hard enough move to hit with the chairs there. She hit it good enough. All right, she hit it. Then Bianca comes out there, throws a chair at Nia Jax's face. So the match picked up a bit. Like, it picked up a bit when Bianca got in there. Bianca did this crazy like backflip with the chair. I don't know how you freaking like. It's harder than you think to do a backflip alone. Let alone holding something in your hand. It's tricky because you're used to your hands being a certain way when you do backflip. We just had to hold the chair but do the backflip. That was kind of cool. But he does like the Alabama slam almost to Candice LeRae into the turnbuckle here. She's that backflip with holding the chair. Talked about that. So that was all fine and dandy. It's like nothing huge here, nothing great, but fine stuff happening. If you look at the match this way by screenshot, it looks fine, right? The issue is when I'm watching it in real time, some of the stuff is not going off as well as you would think by me just describing it. When you're describing the spots, it sounds good and all fine, but there's a lot of fluidity issues. It just wasn't produced well, I don't think. At least the first 20 minutes. Like everything up until Rhea Ripley gets in there, I don't think was produced as well or as crisp as it should have been. Very, very it was so. A lot of the chair usage, again, like it's visibly the chair is not hitting anything. Like even with this spot here, she's holding the chair and she kicks the chair and then like the chair does not even make any type of impact whatsoever. So this looks bad. I think a lot of the camera angles were not the best. They kind of missed a lot of the action at some points. I just think it could have been produced and shot better. This was a good spot. When Tiffany got in there, hit the leg drop, set it up there. That was kind of cool, right? And then Io Sky goes down to the ring and then grabs the trash can, goes to the top, sets it up for later. She goes for this like powerbomb, like the sunset flip powerbomb, doesn't land it. I don't know if that was the original plan or not. I'm not sure what was supposed to happen here. Was she supposed to hit the powerbomb or not? I'm not sure whether that was a botch or not. Because I'm not sure, they did a good job because I'm not exactly sure what was supposed to happen here. She goes back up and then she kind of hits her down. There's a drop kick. But I don't know if this was supposed to happen or not. Was she supposed to not land this? I'm not entirely sure, but they did a good enough job, so I wasn't sure. Then you had this face off between Io Sky and Tiffany. Showed off their athleticism. That was cool. That was fine. No issue there. Let's see what else happened in this match. Raquel got in there. Raquel and Nia Jax showed their strength. They teamed up together and dominated for a bit. They had the like double team power, almost like the AOP. Or the the ALP, right? There with the Final Testament. Did a powerbomb spot. They bounced off the cage. They bounced off off themselves, and then they powerbombed them onto two other people. That was a cool spot. Showing off the power. The heels are standing tall. All fine and dandy. Then Rhea Ripley came down there. She changed the game. She changed the dynamic very quickly. She comes in there. She hits a drop kick. So here's one criticism here. Here's my first criticism. Well, I already had multiple criticisms already, right? But this is another one I want to call out here. See how Bianca and Bayley are together, and Bayley is grabbing Bianca's hair, and they're both about to whip the heels with her hair. That's a significant moment within their relationship. I mean, think about that for a second. Think about it. Bianca Belair is giving her hair to Bayley to use as a whip. So they're both whipping with her hair at the same time because it's two different whips. How do you not focus on that? How do you not make that a special moment where the camera zooms in and they show the actual character moment where Bianca says, "Here, take my braid," and they both go together, and maybe have a smile or something, and then they both whip with her hair. That's a big significant moment in their relationship that did not focus on whatsoever. This whole WarGames match, they didn't focus on Bianca and Bayley whatsoever. They hardly focused on Io. That was like Io and Bayley, like one segment or one little moment they had. But how do you have this moment here and you don't draw attention to it. It just happens. They don't like I don't understand that. From a storytelling standpoint, I don't understand that booking decision to not focus on that moment. So stuff like that is disappointing. Like, why do you have this whole relationship between Bianca and Bayley and don't put a spotlight on it during the match where storytelling is the most important thing, because the stakes there are no stakes. So how do you not focus on that? Just weird and disappointing that they did that. How do you not put a spotlight on that? It's WarGames. It's the PLE. And then we compare and contrast to the men's, it's a joke. The men's WarGames match had a lot more focus on the character moments and the character interactions than this. And I don't understand why, unless they decided to just put all the creative juice towards the dudes and not give the women anything. I just think it's a lost opportunity, and I was disappointed by that. All right, so you have Bianca and Bayley over there whipping with her braid, right? No focus on it whatsoever. Then Liv Morgan gets her bat, the same bat she used to apparently to crack Rhea Ripley in the head to give her a damn orbital fracture. She walks down there, and then she faces off with Rhea Ripley. Let the War Games begin. At this point, the match really kicked off, and it was fire. I thought it was really good from here on, from an in-ring standpoint. So Rhea Ripley gets jumped, and she's taking like bats to the damn ribs. And a lot of people were upset online that a lot of Liv Morgan fans were upset that Rhea Ripley was eating these shots, and like she's like Rhea Hogan. They're calling her Rhea Hogan. Rhea Hogan. She was eating these shots and basically pops up like nothing happened. So that's interesting. We'll talk about that later if you want to. Should Rhea Ripley be eating baseball bat shots and act like it's nothing? So then Rhea Ripley is in the corner, and Liv Morgan goes and grabs the handcuffs out of her top there. So the plan is to handcuff Rhea Ripley. That backfires very quickly because Io Sky comes up with the damn fire extinguisher and uses the fire extinguisher to blast everybody away. But am I missing? Does that happen right now? No, it doesn't happen yet. It doesn't happen yet. They go to handcuff Rhea Ripley, and then Io and the rest of the babyfaces attack, so they can't do it. Then Io and Tiffany go to the top to hit their finishers, or not finishers, but hit their acrobatic moves. Tiffany does swanton. Io does a moonsault with the color-coded trash can. She moonsault off the cage. That's the next step here. She's been diving off the cage. Now she moonsault with the damn trash can. What will she do next? Who knows? But it was a cool spot. Her and Tiffany showed out here. Good for them, right? Cool. Then Tiffany apparently put her briefcase in a trash can to store it for later, and then she pulls it out. Now, there was no way this was ever going to happen. How does that even work in a WarGames match? You cash in, so if she cashes in the WarGames, the match end? Or does she cash in, become champion, and then WarGames continues? That'd be kind of weird. No worries, you don't have to worry about it because it's never going to happen. They'll never cash in during a WarGames match because it's too messy. Like, what happens next? How does the match play out if you do that? Anyway, we don't have to worry about that because she goes and tries to, she has to decide who she's going to cash in on. Now, this is interesting considering she should know at this point because Liv and Nia are both on the ground. She's contemplating which one. At this point, the character should know. Tiffany should know who she wants to cash in on. Okay, this shouldn't be like a guess or like a debate in her mind. She should know at this point. Whatever. Raquel thinks she's going to cash in on Liv, so Raquel gets mad. That wastes enough time for Io to bring out the fire extinguisher and use it on both of them. So Tiffany's cash in attempt is over. Okay, so that lasted like 30 seconds. Or actually not even that, probably like 20 seconds, right? That thought process. Am I going to cash in now? She uses the fire extinguisher, and this puts Raquel off balance. She kind of doesn't know what's going on, loses her equilibrium, goes to the corner, and this is when Rhea Ripley slaps on the handcuffs. And I thought that was a good spot here. Going from cash-in attempt to Io Sky using the fire extinguisher to Rhea Ripley cuffing her in the corner was smart. I like that sequencing of events. It was well done. Raquel did not see it coming. She got in the top corner here when Io's going crazy with the fireworks signature. She's in the corner and Rhea Ripley quickly slaps on the handcuffs, which I thought was not well done. All right, so now Raquel is locked in and she can't move. Now I'm gonna come back to that because I think it's important for the one story beat that I think that did land here, whether you like it or not. I'll talk about that in a second. But Raquel is stranded in the corner. She can't move. She can't help anyone, right? Nia Jax go for the leg drop on Bianca. That gets broken up. So then we have, Bayley and Io both break up the pin here on Bianca. Then they have this moment where they stare at each other. I'm like, why is this happening now? Like, what's happening? Like, what's going on here? Like, they broke up the pin and what? Now you remember you hate each other? Now in this moment? They didn't do that before the match. Really, this is not going to lead anywhere because Io and Bayley are on different shows. Io's on Raw, Bayley's on SmackDown. Why you decide to use this moment, it doesn't make any sense. The moment to focus on is Bianca and Bayley because they're both on SmackDown. To make that a actual like part of the show, a part of the match, an actual moment between those two makes sense because they're more present. You're showing Bayley and Io just stare at each other, then they get attacked and it goes nowhere, and they're both on different shows anyway. I just don't understand the thought process in highlighting this moment right here. I think the creative team, when it comes to the storylines, were out to lunch on this match. They didn't give a damn. I'm gonna go far and say that. Especially when it comes to SmackDown. Did not care. Then Nia Jax came up, grabbed Bianca again. Bianca and Naomi put Nia Jax through the table. So that was a good spot for them. Took out Nia Jax there. Raquel, still handcuffed, boots Bianca Belair. So Bianca Belair using the chair here, make it look like it hits her. Bianca did a good job with the chair. Everybody else was kind of being stiff with the chair, not making it look like it hit them. This looked pretty good. So Bianca holds it up, Raquel kicks it, and it looks like the chair is close enough to her head that it looks like it made contact. So this is well done. Rest of the match, especially early on, it was not done well with the chairs. The chair was not coming anywhere close to them half the time. The chair spots were just not great, especially when Nia Jax was using it. Anyway, and then ultimately, this table is set up. Liv Morgan goes to try to put Rhea Ripley through it with their Bolivian, but it was countered. Rhea Ripley hits the avalanche riptide through the table, right? And Raquel is left to stare there and cry. Now, I think this is a moment here. First time I didn't actually catch this, but this is an actual story beat here for Raquel, I think. I know folks are not excited about that, but unfortunately, folks, whether you like it or not, Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley is the main match for Triple H. And ultimately, this entire WarGames match apparently was to continue the story, or not even continue the story, but highlight the story here, because it wasn't about Bianca, wasn't about Bayley or Naomi, wasn't about Bayley and Io. Ultimately, it was Team Liv, Team Rhea Ripley. And the final thing that happens is Rhea putting Liv Morgan through the damn table. Okay? You have Raquel here, all sad and distraught that she couldn't stop it. And she's seeing her beloved Liv Morgan on the ground in pain. And she's tied up with the damn, she's locked with the damn handcuffs. And she can't do anything about it. Okay? Now, this, I believe, is the actual story point going forward, because in the post-match, there was a moment where Raquel was talking to someone backstage, and she was tending to Liv Morgan, and she said Rhea Ripley was coming to her, we're going to get her back. So I'm thinking now, this moment will tie into Raquel's feud with Rhea Ripley. That was what they're going to do before, right? Before Rhea Ripley's injury, her orbital bone injury, they were setting up a Raquel-Rhea match. Now, I think this moment speaks to that, and it will then tie into that match that was supposed to happen. So now we're going to get a Raquel-Rhea feud of some sort. That's the only thing I can make of this entire match. This entire match, the one story beat that we may have gotten here, I'm not even 100% sure. We may have gotten one, which is Raquel and Rhea going forward now, because Raquel was helpless to help her beloved Liv Morgan, and that will drive her to now go after Rhea Ripley, get a Rhea Ripley Raquel feud. That's what I think could happen here. Beyond that, we got no significant story beats, character moments of any substance. Got Rhea Ripley kissing the table here. They stand tall. Bianca is all friend with Bayley here. They're all kumbaya, and that's that. Okay, I have to say. Okay, I have to be honest, folks. I am disappointed. Now let's talk about the IWC here. A lot of people online were disappointed with this match as well. Again, I said the first half of the match was not great. Once Rhea Ripley got in the match, I thought it was fire. It was quick. It was fast paced. It was good. Once they said, let the WarGames begin, it was good. Our problem with the match overall, talk about story beats, talk about story moments, talk about character moments, character motivations, stuff like that. None of it happened really beyond the potential Raquel upset that she couldn't help Liv Morgan. Now, what do I say? These matches have no stakes, right? So it's about the storyline. Let me give you the biggest example, the biggest indicator of these matches have no stakes, right? Let me show you what happened. Let me show you this real quick. Check this out. This one tweet encapsulates the whole WarGames matches have no stakes. You gotta have some type of storyline, right? Something to hold on to. Check this tweet out. Look at the tweet from Liv Morgan. This does not speak to what I've been saying the entire time. Not a speed bump, because I'm still the greatest women's champion, world champion of all time. Liv Morgan tore with a big speed bump tonight. What speed bump? This is it, folks. She said it here. I'm still the greatest of all time. I'm still the greatest world champion. There is no downside to losing this match. You lost, so there's no stakes. Do you have to drop the belt? Do you have to leave town? Do you have to freaking get suspended? Do you have to get fined? There's no stakes here. She lost. Okay, I'm still champion. Big whoop. That's how it is, right? For all these WarGames matches, that's what it is. She knows it. Okay, I lost. Big whoop. I'm still champ. This is what I've been talking about. So you need an actual storyline that is important in the match, character moments, stuff to make us give a shit beyond, oh, there's some crazy spots. Because ultimately the match does not matter. Okay, so in this match, there was nothing beyond, even here, you listen to Raquel talking here. Let me see if I can play. This may be the one and only moment. It became a Rhea Ripley gets her payback on Liv Morgan because of what happened to her in the NXT parking lot when she said, hey, the problem is you left me breathing. What was the tagline from her shirt, her merch? You left me breathing, something like that. That's what it was about. Rhea Ripley pins Liv Morgan, gets her payback, and yeah, nothing really changed in the storyline. They've been going back and forth, tit for tat. I beat you up, you beat me up. I hit you, you hit me. Nothing changed. Maybe with Raquel, they're doing this whole, now I'm upset that you did this to Liv Morgan. I'm coming after you. Maybe. Let's see.
Excuse me, Liv, Raquel, for weeks, you two were criticizing the other team for not being able to be on the same page, as well as mocking Rhea Ripley's injuries.
I'm going to cut you off right there because your timing just seems to be impeccable. All you need to know after tonight is that Rhea Ripley is going to get what's coming to her. And Liv Morgan is still your greatest women's world champion of all time. Ahora lárgate.
Now, this is funny. I'll ultimately believe, I'll admit this was funny. Like, Liv Morgan lifts up the title. When she says she's still champion, she lifts it up. That was funny. That's funny.
Ahora lárgate. That means get lost.
That was funny. But yeah, this may be the actual storyline here, folks. That's it. Raquel's upset, and now she's going after Rhea Ripley. That could be it. So yeah, that match was, It was. That's all. Yeah, very underwhelming. Yes, I agree. Let me look at these. Candace getting out of the cage before Tiffany was something. Oh yeah, it was. That was fine. That was cute. Liv is not going to make it past Netflix. Don't be too sure. Don't be too sure. Bloodline WarGames delivered big as it did. It was the missed character progressions and story beats. I agree. That was the biggest problem. Jade Cargill probably said, I'm glad I'm not Women's WarGames disaster. It wasn't that bad from an in-ring standpoint. The first half was not bad, was not great for me. The biggest problem was the lack of storylines. Let's see. Imagine Zarya going to. I'm talking about Zarya. Imagine Zarya going to after Liv and Raquel when she gets in the main roster. Zarya has a long way to go. Okay, let's stop talking about Zarya. She's gonna be in NXT for a long time. Let's see. Rhea Penn lives so next in line after Io. So here's the thing about Io Sky, right? Io Sky is the #1 contender. All you did with this thing, this booking decision, was let everybody know what we already know, that Liv Morgan is not going to lose to Io, right? The #1 contender was not even. Did they have a moment in this match? Did they interact at all? You just told the entire world what we already knew. Like folks like me already knew the fact that Liv had no shot of losing to Io. Io's going to lose for sure, right? But they just like made it even more obvious. Like if I was like 99.9% sure, they made it 99.9999999% sure that Io has no chance. We get it. It's going to be Rhea Ripley. We get it, right? But did you have to do it now in this match? Did you have to have her pin Io? I mean, do you have to have her pin Liv Morgan and make it clear to the audience that Io is just like a filler feud? That's what it is. It's filler. She'll face her at Saturday Night Main Event. She'll lose. And this match didn't help the audience with this whole narrative that Io could win. Even though someone like me, I know what's happening here. I know this is going to Mania. I know it's going to Mania. Yeah, it's going to Mania, I think. Especially with this whole Raquel angle. I think Raquel could be Rhea's focus going forward for a bit. And I think it's going to Mania. I think he wants Rhea in the Royal Rumble. Or he wants her in Clash of the Castle. And if that's the case, then she has to lose. Or not lose, but she has to not be champion before Rumble. If you want her in those matches. So if Rhea is going to win the Rumble or the Chamber, then she has to win the belt at Mania, not at the first episode of Raw on Netflix, or not at Saturday Night Main Event, or at the Rumble. We have to just accept that, okay? I think Liv is going to be champion going into Mania. Now let's talk about this whole. Well, let me look at the chat first, make sure I'm not like. Liv and Rhea have been in mid-off. It's not the best. The feud's not the best. That's for damn sure. It's not the best. How do we make Rhea feel like a loser before Rumble win? Raquel. I mean, that's what you got to do. It's this whole back and forth thing, right? Rhea takes a loss. By loss, I mean like getting beat up in the NXT parking lot, and then she gets the win, right? So now she's on the upswing. So what happens now? Raquel messes her up. Like, what do you do next? It's like a seesaw thing. She's up, she's down. She's up, she's down. It feels like she's always up. But she did lose to Liv Morgan, right, at SummerSlam. The next time she faces her, she will win. Therefore, you have to postpone it. You have to postpone it. I think he will. He will postpone it. Liv will face Io at Saturday Night Main Event. Raquel will be Rhea Ripley's main opponent because they're setting that up before the injury. And then by the time that's over, it'll be Rumble season. And if it's Rumble season, put Rhea Ripley in the Rumble. Duh, right? She's a star. Put her in the Rumble. If that doesn't happen, or if it doesn't happen, then they pivoted, I think. If Liv Morgan is not the champion going into Mania, then there's a huge pivot, I think. Because I think that's where it's headed. Bianca and Rhea Ripley are not on the same show. Okay. Bianca and Rhea Ripley are done going forward. That's not happening at 41. Not a chance. That's 42. Some people say Io or Rhea. Io just won the Battle Royal. She just won a Battle Royal, folks. Now she's about to lose to Liv Morgan. Okay. Not booking her to win the Battle Royal, get a title shot, and then win the Rumble. Wake up. Io is not winning the Rumble or the Chamber. You just got a singles match at Mania, and that was tough enough to do. I know some people don't want to hear it, but EO, sometimes it's harder to book her. That's why they had to have Bayley do all the work in the promos and all the storytelling. You know, it's tougher for them to do that with her. So she got one, not get another one immediately. She'd get a championship match down the line, but not immediately. Okay, so we have to postpone EO stuff. So no, it won't be EO. It won't be Becky. Okay, it won't be none of that. It's going to be Liv versus Rhea Ripley. Like, you can just like accept that, or you can fight it. You can scrap and complain all day long. It's not going to change. What I think of her mask, it was fine. I guess she doesn't need the actual protection anymore, because you can see here, she was not wearing the protection. Halfway through the match, she took off the mask, so she doesn't need it anymore. Good for her. I'm glad her orbital bone is fine. Okay. Love Io, but she has her problems in terms of dialogue. That's his reality. That's his reality. Okay. They're going to not push her back-to-back Manias. You'll get another chance. I'm sure she'll get another championship match at Mania. That'll happen. Just not back-to-back. That's all I'm saying. Not back-to-back. He paid tribute to Jade at Clash of the Castle. Who did? I don't care. Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. I'm not saying it is. NYC, you say, I don't care. Rhea and Liv ain't a Mania match, and this ain't dragging for 3 months. Rhea and Raquel will have one match sometime this month. My guy, NIY. I'm not saying I want this to happen. I'm just saying prepare yourself, because Liv Morgan will be champion going into Mania. Rhea Ripley is getting her conquering moment. Her conquering moment of Liv Morgan will happen at Mania. Not at Saturday Night Main Event, not at Netflix first show, okay? Her conquering moment will happen at Mania. They will use Raquel to drag out the storyline. All right? That's what's going to happen. Wait, why can't Io have back-to-back Mania matches? Not that she can't. I'm just saying she won't. I'm saying she won't. That's what I'm saying. She can. It just won't. It's not going to happen. I'm predicting Triple H's booking style. Okay, he was champion going into Mania. Had a big spot with Bayley. Now, does it track for you that after losing to Bayley, she's going to come back around the next year, win the Rumble, and get another title shot for the? It's not happening. I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. I'm saying I don't perceive it happening based on Triple H's track record, based on his style of booking. I don't think Io is going to get back-to-back Mania matches. I just don't think so. Io is not Rhea Ripley. Io is not his daughter. Rhea is. This is not going to happen. Cody Rhodes is not Io. Okay. Now let's talk about this whole debate about why did the heel team lose? You have 2 world champions on the team, right? You have Liv Morgan and Nia Jax, and you have Money in the Bank winner. How could this team lose when they are so strong in terms of gold, right? That's his whole narrative, right? Well, first of all, you sound ridiculous, right? People who are making that argument, you sound ridiculous. What is a belt? That thing that Liv Morgan has around on her shoulder there, what is that? What is it? I mean, serious, what is it? It's metal. It's like plastic. There's like maybe a leather strap. It's a prop. It's an item. Just because you have that doesn't make you strong in terms of booking. It doesn't. Do you know why Cody Rhodes is a strong champion? Do you know why? Like, Cody Rhodes is pretty strong, right? Hard to beat him. He's a champion and he's strong, right? Do you know why he's strong champion? It's because he was a strong challenger. He's just strong, period. Okay? He's a strong challenger, therefore he's a strong champion. He's a strongly booked superstar, period. Whether he has the belt or not, he's strong. Just because you have the belt doesn't mean shit. Oh, Liv Morgan's champion, Nia Jax is champion. She's Money in the Bank. Therefore what? How many times have Tiffany lost in the last 6 months? How many clean wins does she have? How strong is Tiffany booked right now? What are you talking about? She's taking L's left and right. Liv Morgan is a chicken shit heel. who cheats left and right. This notion that because they're champions, they have to win makes no goddamn sense. That's not how it works, okay? You want to know why they lost? You want to know why they lost? There's 5 goddamn former world champions they're facing. Bayley, Bianca, Rhea, Io, Naomi. They don't need belts to win the match. They don't need to have gold around their shoulder to say, oh, they're champions, therefore they win. No, they're strong as fuck. They are world champions. It doesn't matter if they have belts or not. All 5 of them are former world champions. Rhea Ripley is strong as... Who beats Rhea Ripley one-on-one? When does that happen? Bianca is strong as hell. Bayley's is former champion, won the Rumble this year. Io was a champion. Naomi, 2-time world champion. What are you talking about? Oh, Liv Morgan is a champion, and so is Nia Jax, and Tiffany's the Money in the Bank winner. Therefore, they should win. That's stupid. It doesn't make any sense. The title does not make you strong. Your booking makes you strong. You have to be strong with or without the belt, okay? That's why they're losing. That's why Liv Morgan is cheating every step of the way. That's why she's scared of Rhea Ripley. That's why she's getting freaking slammed through the damn table. She's not a strongly booked superstar. Forget about the belt or not. The belt is nothing but a prop. It's metal. It doesn't matter. You're strong with or without it. So this notion that because she has the belt, they should win is stupid. I'm sorry to tell you the truth. It's asinine. You sound crazy talking that shit. It sounds stupid. It doesn't matter if you have a belt or not. How are you booked with or without it? This team is loaded with strongly booked superstars. Therefore, they win. Simple as that. And it doesn't really matter because WarGames has no goddamn stakes. Let Liv Morgan tell you herself, okay? What do you say here? Not a speed bump, okay? Because it doesn't make fucking matter. It doesn't matter, all right? So stop that goddamn terrible argument. Oh my God, they're 2 champions on the team. So, one's a chicken shit heel. The Money in the Bank winner can't win a match on her own without cheating. And Nia Jax, she's strong, but she's just one woman. And oh, Candice LeRae is gonna scare somebody? Raquel, the way she's been getting punked by Rhea Ripley every week? What are you talking about? In the matches, it doesn't matter anyway. These matches have no stakes. So just please shut up about that. For the love of God, it doesn't matter. There are 5 world champions on the other team. It doesn't matter who had the belt or not. The belt is nothing but a prop. That's all it is. What's so hard to understand about that? Oh, but so Nikki Cross. Remember when Nikki Cross won Money in the Bank? And then Nikki Cross won the world title? She be a powerhouse now, doesn't lose? Nikki Cross the champion. She can't lose matches. You sound stupid. That's stupid. Were you saying that when Nikki Cross was champion? Oh, Nikki Cross, you're champion. Now she got to win all her matches, right? You got to be booked strong. No, the belt is nothing but a prop. It's just an item. You're strong with it or without it. You don't immediately become super strong because you have a belt. You're the same superstar with or without it. If you're strong with it, you'll be strong without it. If you're weak without it, you'll be weak with it. Simple as that. I don't understand this confusion. Oh my God, they're losing the 2 world champions. They are not booked as strong as the women on this damn team. Simple as that. I hope that, clear that up for some folks. All right. Let's see. Rhea pinned Liv Morgan tonight. She's not waiting 4 months. My guy. Okay. What's today's date? The 1st of December? You tell me. When is Rhea Ripley going to beat Liv Morgan for the belt? You tell me. It'll be WrestleMania. Okay. But okay. You think that at Saturday Night Main Event or at Netflix debut or at the Rumble, Liv Morgan will lose to Rhea Ripley. You think that? Not happening. Not going to happen. Let's see. So yeah, that's what I want to say about this women's match. It was disappointing. I think they're all kumbaya now. Bianca, Bayley, and Io are all kumbaya. And I just thought it was kind of disappointing that it didn't tell a story in the ring. But it is what it is, I guess. Yeah. Let's move on to Shinsuke. So Shinsuke is now champion. Good for Shinsuke. They gave him a little like graphic here. 2-time U.S. champion. That's all great. Shinsuke had a good old match with LA Knight. And he became champion. I'm happy for Shinsuke Nakamura, okay? I was surprised they did this. I was hoping they did it. I wasn't sure they're going to pull the trigger. But boy, did they ever do it. Okay, they pulled the trigger. Now we have a new champion. And now Shinsuke can go to Japan because he has Noah dates. He'll travel to Japan with the belt. And that'd be cool to see. That'd be cool. But he beats LA Knight. This match didn't feel that was very long. I don't know how long this match was. Let's see. I want to say like 10 minutes. Survivor Series. Survivor Series, Wikipedia. I think Wikipedia has a length of time. Yeah, less than 10 minutes. It was 9 minutes and 45 seconds. It felt short. Good for Shinsuke. New champion. A surprise at Survivor Series. We needed to have some type of surprise, right? Some type of new champion. Because again, both WarGames matches have no stakes. So we needed a match that had some type of change for the competitors. And Shinsuke is now champion. Good for him. Are we happy for Shinsuke? Yes or no in the chat. Are we happy for Shinsuke? Well, now that it's over, SmackDown women are finally free from Rhea and Liv. That's true. And I'm excited for the Who pushed Jade. Yeah, Who attacked her. And your Naomi did it thread. Yeah, so I'm hoping that Naomi did it as well. That makes the most sense, right? All we can hope for the women, all we can hope for is that now that the dust is settled and it's all kumbaya, not kumbaya, it's all kumbaya. Now we set it up for, okay, everybody's happy with each other, but now the reveal of who attacked Jade will burn it all down, right? That's what we can all hope for. It's the rise before the fall. Bianca's okay, fine with Bayley. Bayley's okay with Io, even though she's on Raw. Who cares, right? The Bayley, Bianca, Naomi dynamic is good. They're good with each other. Now it's the perfect time to have the reveal come in that, wait, who did, imagine if Bayley found out that Naomi did it. Imagine if Bayley found out first. Now Bayley has to like grapple with the fact that, okay, I think Naomi did this, but she's my friend. Do I out her to Bianca? Bianca has been my op for so long. We're cool now. But do I out my friend Naomi and tell Bianca that she did this? She may not even be sure. She can think or speculate or maybe like find some clues to think, damn, Naomi may have done this. Do I tell Bianca? Does Bianca believe me? Does Bianca like say, why are you lying on Naomi? Like, did she flip out on her? There's ways you can go with this, okay? Right now I'm saying they're all cool, fine. They're all cool. You didn't tell a story in WarGames, whatever. That was a missed opportunity, fine. But now you have them all cool. So now the reveal of who done it to Jade can now break them up a little bit or like cause some tension in this newfound relationship being Bianca, Naomi, and Bayley. Because let's say Bianca did it. That's a popular theory that I think would be stupid. But let's say Bianca attacked Jade Cargill. How does that affect Bayley when it comes to Bianca? Bayley and Jade Cargill do not have a relationship. They don't talk very much. They don't have any segments together. There's no real relationship between Bayley and Jade. So Bianca attacking Jade doesn't touch Bayley that much. It touches Naomi, and Naomi is close to Bayley, but it's not close enough to me, right? To affect Bayley that much. So who cares? You attack Jade? I know Jade. Jade's not my friend. Now, again, that affects Naomi, and she could be upset. She could be upset on the behalf of Naomi, sure. But I think it makes more sense for Naomi to do it because Naomi touches all three. Naomi is friends with Jade. Naomi is friends with Bianca. Naomi is friends with Bayley. She touches all three of them. So if Naomi did it, this makes more sense for the group as a whole, right? That's just my thought process on it. Now, I don't know if she did it. I'm hoping she did it. She should have done it. Who knows what they're going to do? Who knows? It's all up in the air. But I'm hoping it was her. So Shinsuke's new champion. Good for Shinsuke. I'm happy for him. Got a great triple threat match. Great. Thought it was awesome triple threat. Good shit. Sheamus, Ludwig Kaiser, Braun Breaker. I thought at 8, it was a fantastic match. A lot of good spots, a lot of physicality, a lot of athleticism. Got a great moment here. She loves it over here. Look at her, she loves it. Sheamus popping up behind Ludwig Kaiser here. Great. Ludwig Kaiser with the shillelagh. That was all great. The crucifix bomb to Braun Breaker here. I thought Ludwig Kaiser did well. His first PLE showed out, looked great, had a good match. I think he's a star. Ludwig Kaiser is, so good on him. A lot of good spots here. Big spear by Braun Breaker on Ludwig Kaiser. And then he got in the zone. I said, War Braun. He speared. Sheamus got the win. Braun Breaker is a star. I love Braun Breaker. He's one of my favorite superstars. Will Sheamus get the belt at WrestleMania? Maybe at some point to complete the complete the set, because the one belt that Sheamus has not won. But Braun Breaker retaining here with the right call. I thought good match, fun stuff. I'll give this match. First of all, I'll give the first women's match, or the WarGames match, I'll give the first one like a 3 out of 5. I'll give this match probably a 4. I give Sheamus, Sheamus, this match I give a 4. I'll give the Shinsuke match, it was short, maybe like a 2.5. It was fine, but not the best. And then we'll see where the other ratings are. So from there, we move on to Gunther Priest. Now, Priest had an injury angle the entire match, his shoulder. And Gunther was taking advantage of that shoulder the entire match. That was the angle here. He was in pain. Poor Damian Priest. Gunther was loving it. Priest battles back. Had to deal with submission attempt after submission attempt from both competitors. Powerbomb to Damian Priest. Just a lot of good physicality, a good working, a lot of submission attempts by Gunther. Clothesline. It was a very physical, good match between the two. Both these guys can work. They're booked to be equal. They're equals, it seems, the way they've been presented here. Damian Priest and Gunther are on the same level, which is good to see. I don't mind that booking at all. Then Damian Priest was on the outside after I want to say 15 minutes of fighting. How long did this match go? It's 15 minutes of fighting, 15, 16 minutes. Finally, the biggest hater of them all, Finn Balor shows up. Finn shows up to screw him again. Now, you remember at SummerSlam, Finn Balor screwed Damian Priest. Now he screws him again at Survivor Series. So this entire thing is not ended between Finn and Damian Priest. It's still the top storyline for these two. When will it end? Will it go all the way to Mania? I don't know, but Finn hates Priest, and as long as Finn is around, Priest cannot succeed. Priest cannot breathe with Finn around, okay? He screwed him again against Gunther at SummerSlam and now. So yeah, that's the feud for Finn. Finn is jealous. He's a hater. They made sure to have Gunther attack Finn Balor, because they wanted to be clear that Gunther is not in cahoots with Finn Balor. He didn't know. So that was the decision to make him attack Finn. Smart call. Now, I thought Gunther would cheat. This whole entire storyline where Gunther is kind of lacking confidence and kind of losing his edge, I thought that would lead to him cheating. They did not do that. I was wrong about that. They had Finn Balor cost Priest. So this is more about setting up Finn Priest more so than Gunther story beat or Gunther storyline or character moment. It's more about Finn Priest. See where it goes. I was more interested in the direction they're going with Gunther, but let's see what happens with Finn and Priest. Maybe it'll be good. I don't know. But Finn is a real hater here. I mean, come on, the man hates. Yeah, a steel cage, something with physicality, last man standing. We need to have some type of match because Finn is very, very jealous, and the man despises Priest. This had to go somewhere. Where does it go? Does it go all the way to Mania? It could. It very well could. You could get a Finn Balor Priest Mania match down the road. Similar to the Finn Balor Edge match. Remember that match that happened with Edge and Finn Balor? You could have a Finn Priest match go to Mania. You guys want to see that? I don't know. Yeah, he's the biggest hater, man. Top tier hater, by the way. Top tier. They might do a callback to Finn versus... Yeah, I just said that. we're on the same page, King. The Finn Edge thing, yeah, that could work. Hopefully that match goes better than the Edge Finn match, but yeah, they can do that for sure. Finn needs therapy. Finn needs help. But yeah, good solid stuff from the both of them. See where it goes. We'll see where it goes. Yeah, not bad. Then Hell in a Cell. Maybe. I think they need to be another stipulation match besides Hell in a Cell that we can use sometimes. Instead of always being Hell in a Cell, let's make it be like something else. Like, what's another stipulation that could work besides Hell in a Cell? Let's see. What else could work besides Hell in a Cell? Extreme Rules, yeah. Extreme Rules. Falls Count Anywhere. Last Man Standing. Iron Man match. Street Fight, yeah. That could all work it too. I think we need to have an Iron Man match soon though. I feel like we need to have some kind of Iron Man match or like a SF3 Falls, something like that. TLC, yeah, stuff like that. We'll see. But yeah, Hell in a Cell works fine as well. I don't mind that. They can do that. But let's get creative as well. All right, Gunther's standing tall champion. He did not cheat. I was wrong about that. So he's pretty set. He's fine. Even though he needed help to win, he didn't ask for the help. He didn't win him. He didn't beat him on his own. Will that continue to mess with him? It's possible he could say, hey, I didn't beat him because of Dan Finn. I wanted to beat him on my own. I didn't do that. So I'm still kind of like not feeling great about myself because I wanted to beat him clean. But yeah, not his fault, right? Then we had a great main event. A great main event between the new Bloodline and the old Bloodline and CM Punk. Good stuff all around. I don't know what the hell Tama Tonga was doing. The man is crazy, climbing the cage and acting like Spider-Man for no reason. He's having a blast. He's having a blast, being unserious. I can't blame him. I'd probably do the same thing if I was him. I'd probably do the same thing. CM Punk freaking mushed Bronson Reed in the face for no reason. No reason. Just mushed him in the face before the match. That was funny. Roman Reigns still thinks he's a tribal chief. Still wants to be the center of the attention. Good for him. Jey Uso starts the match coming through the crowd. It was a fun match. Well done for the most part. I thought the opening was fine. Thought Jimmy looked good in this match. Unfortunately, he got injured. That sucked for him, but I thought Jimmy looked good. The brothers here, the twins, having a blast, taking care of business. Now, when Jacob showed up, that's when things changed. He's a different animal, a different beast in terms of booking. He's booked on a different level. He comes in, goes crazy spots, moonsaults, big athleticism, great shit from him. He does the Bianca move to both of them, hits him with his legs and does the moonsault, which is cool to see. Very, very, very fun wrestler to watch. So Jacob Fatu is great, right? Bronson Reed and Jacob Fatu together was pretty dominant there. And then we had our first character moment, our first story beat here. This is very much a callback to the previous WarGames before with Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn. So, like I said before, the men got all of the story beats here. They got all the good shit. All of the creative juice was given to the dudes here. Sami is let out first instead of CM Punk. Roman Reigns is trying to have control of the situation, control of the team, assert his dominance, say, no, CM Punk, you fall back. Sami, you go. I trust you. I don't trust this guy. Okay? CM Punk, you go last. Okay, I'm gonna go fourth, you go last, all right? Good shit here. Telling a story here. It's all about storytelling. Again, these matches have no stakes. You have to tell a story. Sami Zayn goes out there. They take care of business for a second. But then the heels get control. At this point, Roman Reigns wants to go out there. CM Punk's like, nope. So it's smart here, right? You have Roman Reigns kind of show up CM Punk. And then to balance it out, you have CM Punk show up Roman Reigns right away. So he's like, okay, you did that to me. You try to embarrass me. Try to sun me. Well, now I'm going to I'm gonna sun you. Get out of my way. You're gonna stay in the damn cage. Well done. Good storytelling. All right, tit for tat. I don't know why they didn't do it for women. I don't know why. They didn't care for the women this time around. It's all about the guys, but no women. I don't know. It was disappointing. Roman's pissed. He's so pissed that CM Punk did that. It's good stuff, and it sets the stage for the rest of the match. Then CM Punk gets the damn tool shed, not tool shed, but the toolbox. Start cracking heads, right? Then Solo Sikoa gets in there and helps Jacob Fatu get the advantage here. And then he locks the cage so Roman Reigns can't get in. It's another story beat. Another story beat in the match involving Solo and Roman Reigns. So Roman Reigns had to figure out another way to get in there. Had to figure out another path into the ring. And of course, the obvious one, climb into it. Duh. Isn't that how Jay got in there? Climb into the damn cage. He does that. Goes to town. Take them all out, right? Then we had another interaction between him and CM Punk. Tension. Where's it going to go? Does it trust you? I don't like you, right? This has to go somewhere. It's called setup. Payoff and setup, right? So we're going to get the payoff soon. It happens when Bronson Reed go for the damn tsunami from the top of the damn cage. Now, this is kind of scary because it seems like they're late, right? It worked out great. Like, storytelling wise and visually, it worked out great because it's so damn close. But Roman Reigns is late to get off that damn table. He's late. And he almost gets hit. It's like the perfect moment to move. Like, it worked out really well. He nearly missed him. Go back and watch it. If you go back and watch it, when he jumps, he's still on the table. He kind of goes off very slowly. He barely misses getting hit. It makes for a very good moment visually, but that was close. And we're like, I don't think it would be that close. It was very close to getting hit. But Bronson Reed misses him just as he rolls out the way. And then what happens? He appreciates what CM Punk did and reaches out his hand. Storytelling, moment, character moment. That's what should have happened with the women's match. Bianca and Bayley should have a moment on that show. Didn't happen for whatever reason. I don't get it. But yes, this is what you want to see. This is what the fans will remember. Not going to remember some of the spots. They're going to remember the character moments, the story, the emotion, character development, like what we're seeing here from Roman Reigns. That's what you're going to remember. And for whatever reason, women didn't get any. Except for maybe Raquel. Maybe. But that's it. I don't know what to tell you. Solo, I love you. Can you imagine if Roman Reigns said, CM Punk, I love you? That'd be crazy. Right. But yeah, this is what they should have done the entire time. Yep. Good shit. It was very, very close. But luckily, got the way. So yeah, this was what I wanted to see. So on top about story moments and story beats, this is what I'm talking about, right, folks? We need to have actual storylines that play out during these matches. Or ultimately, no one's going to care because these matches have no stakes, all right? So then after that moment happens, Jacob had this weird moment where he sold an injury. I think he had like a botch, but he was smart enough to sell an injury. And I thought for a second, oh my God, is Jacob injured? He wasn't injured. He just made it look like he was. I think he wasn't injured. But he played it off like it was an injury when he wasn't actually injured. He's rolling around on the ground. He had to go to the corner. I'll worry for him in a second though. I'll worry for him. Like, did he actually get injured? I don't think he was. Yeah, Paul Heyman was also like yelling from the outside the cage, so he's helping with storytelling as well. Very good shit, okay? Roman gets pinned by Solo Sikoa, but he's broken up. And then Jacob Fatu gets hit with a 3D, or the 1D, I'm sorry, the 1D. So that takes him out, I think. think that's how I take him out, right? The 1D. So that was a good moment for the twins here. Hit the 1D. I'm trying to find the image. That's why I'm like over here, like, here it is. 1D on Jacob Fatu. That was cool. And then we had one of the better moments of the match, which was freaking Jimmy Uso going to the top of the cage to hit a move, the Samoan splash. How the hell you call it? I don't remember how you call that move. Hit it on Jacob Fatu was a very good moment. Boom. I love this from Jimmy Uso. I think I injured, right? Didn't he like hurt his foot, something like that? Really bad. Hopefully he's not actually injured, but I think reports are he hurt his foot or hurt his toe, something like that. Yeah, broke his toe. That's crazy. That thing about these WarGames matches, folks. WarGames matches are very dangerous. Anything can happen. Injuries are bound to happen. I'm surprised more of them don't occur because they're professionals. That's why. That's why more of them don't happen, because they're professionals. But what happened next? Let's see. Next we have the baby faces trying to get CM Punk up. He does. Here's the moment. This is the final sequence because it took out Solo. It took out Jacob Fatu. So now you have Solo in the ring, facing off with the rest of these 5 dudes, right? And he's talking to them. He's called storytelling, right? He's like, look, okay, Roman Reigns is saying, here, man, dude, it's over. You lost. Stand down. Stand down, Solo Sikoa. You lost, right? And Solo says, wasn't supposed to be this way. Wasn't supposed to be this way. I'm like, dude, what are you going to do here? Like, you're outnumbered. You lost. Stand down. I'm the tribal chief, not you. And what did he say? He says, I'm still the tribal chief. And he goes to attack mode. He made his decision. Good storytelling. Gets super kicked by Jay. Gets super kicked by Jimmy. Gets hit with the damn Aluva kick by Sami Zayn. Gets hit with the GTS by CM Punk. Then gets hit with a spear. Because he made the wrong decision. He said, no, I'm not going to stand down. I'm still the tribal chief. It's called storytelling, okay? It's good shit. This is what you got to do. This is what folks going to remember, all right? He said, no, I'm going to fight. Boom. Super kick. Sammy hits him with a Luba kick in the corner. Hands him up. Gets hit with the GTS. Go to sleep. Roman Reigns hit it with a spear. That's a wrap, folks. It's called storytelling. Pro wrestling is a storytelling business, all right? 1, 2, 3, Solo goes down. This is what you got to do, all right? Tell a goddamn story. Now, does it mean it's over for Solo Sikoa? No. He's going to, again, the match has no stakes. So Solo still is going to be the tribal chief, he thinks. He's still going to run his damn group, right? But told a story where CM Punk and Roman Reigns buried the hatchet. They came together. They respect each other. They had a moment. They stand tall. And now CM Punk knows that Paul Heyman owes him a favor. What is the favor? We don't know. But we have to see what that is like going forward. Don't they shake hands here, right? We're not crazy, right? They shake hands. Let's see. They shake hands here in a second, right? Let me go to, so here you go. Shake hands, respect. That's what you got to do. All right, so good shit. Very simple stuff. It's not groundbreaking storytelling. It's not groundbreaking story moments, right? But you just gotta do it. Just tell the damn story. Women got screwed. Okay? Got screwed big time. And before the end of the match, or the end of the show, they have Paul Heyman and CM Punk have a moment. When they hug each other and says, dude, just make sure, remember, I want a favor. Now the audience knows, hey, what is the favor? It's a mystery, right? When's that going to play into the storyline? When is CM Punk going to get his favor from Paul Heyman? What is it? You know, story elements, story points, story beats. That's what you do, all right? Roman Reigns stands tall with the one up in the sky. Now I thought it was possible that Seth could show up here. Could kind of like dragging it out and kind of like really like focusing in on the team, and like I thought maybe The Rock music might hit, or Seth Rollins music might hit, but it didn't happen. And it's fine. You didn't need that. Could have told a satisfying story. So you didn't need anything to happen there. You didn't need The Rock. You didn't need Seth Rollins. They told a satisfying story that worked fine. Because the show ended so strong, you forgive some of the nonsense that happened early on, right? It was a great ending. Great final shot of Roman, Sammy, Paul Heyman, CM Punk, and the twins. Good shit, folks. Good shit. So, in conclusion, women got screwed. In conclusion, the men got a good WarGames match. In conclusion, I hope going forward for the women, now that Bianca, Naomi, and Bayley are on the same page, now gotta mess with the damn dynamic by revealing something. Okay? What's there to reveal? Who attacked Jade Cargill? The mystery of that, and how that play into the three of them. That dynamic. For me, the best thing to do is have Naomi do it. Because she touches them all. She's friends with Bianca. She's friends with Jade Cargill. She's friends with Bayley. She touches all three of them. So why not have her be the one that attacked Jade Cargill and tell a good story that way? Because I have to admit, this WarGame story for the women was not very good. And it kind of gives credence to the folks that said, oh, they're just forcing it. They're forcing the WarGame for the women because they have to do it because the men have one. It gives credence to that argument. We don't have an actual compelling storyline that is running throughout the match, like for the men. It gives credence to that argument. So stop doing that, okay? Respect women's wrestling. Give them actual storylines, actual character moments during the match, for crying out loud, because that wasn't it, all right? So maybe now folks can see my frustration with the women's match. Even though there's stuff that happened that was good, there are good elements in the match. My issue is the lack of character moments, the lack of story beats that happened during that match. Is that fair? The fact that Bianca and Bayley did not have a moment is ridiculous. It's ridiculous, okay? Ridiculous. I don't know why they did that. In conclusion, free us from Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley feud. Unfortunately, that's not happening until Mania. Okay? It's not happening. You're not getting Rhea versus Io. I'm sorry. You're not getting Io versus whoever, okay? Io's not going to be there. You're not getting Bianca versus Rhea Ripley. It's not happening. I'm probably like 98% sure you're getting Liv versus Rhea Ripley at Mania. With Dom probably involved. You know, just think about it, folks. Think about it. The Liv, Dom, Rhea Ripley storyline, that grouping of those three, it needs a big stage, according to Triple H, right? That storyline started all the way back in like SummerSlam, right? That was the peak of it. Unfortunately, the peak was Dom turning on Rhea Ripley, right? That narrative, those three, is too big in Triple H's mind for Saturday Night Main Event or Netflix opener. That is going to be a Mania showcase. That storyline wrap up on the biggest stage, not the Rumble. Sorry, okay? Liv Morgan will drop the belt to Rhea at Mania. Name one. MR6 Rumble? When's the last time you had a world champion? Rhea will be in the Rumble. If Rhea gets there, she'll be in the Rumble. They're not gonna have a late Rumble winner, like a change of a champions at Rumble, and then have the Rumble winner face Rhea Ripley. It's not happening. I'm telling you guys, don't get up. Like, it's not happening. Rhea Ripley will not win the championship before Mania. They're not gonna have like a storyline where she beats Liv at the Rumble, and then they have to book a new challenger that will be compelling. Oh, it's gonna be Io. No, it's not. I'm trying to save you guys from your disappointment, okay? Listen, Rhea Ripley will face Liv Morgan at Mania. I'm not saying I want that to happen. It is going to happen. So save yourself don't set yourself up for disappointment. Io's not The Rock. Io won the Rumble, not the Rumble, but the Battle Royal, and she's going to lose to Liv at Saturday Night Main Event. Okay, if Liv was going to face Io at the Rumble, or if Liv was going to lose before the Rumble or whatever, they would not have Io win the Battle Royal. If she's supposed to win the Rumble, it's a proxy for the Rumble. That doesn't make any sense. They would have saved it. They would have had Lyra win, right? They would have had Lyra win the Battle Royal, have Lyra lose to Liv, then have Io win the Rumble. That's what it would have done. It's not happening, okay? You're going to get Rhea versus Liv Morgan at Mania, okay? Or you can argue with me. You can be wrong. I'm not saying that because I'm saying, I know it all. It's obvious. Like, don't set yourself up for disappointment. Do you want Rhea as champion again, though? Do I want it? That's an interesting question. Do I want Rhea Ripley as champion? I don't want or not want her as champion. I don't like or dislike her as champion. I just want a good story. If she's going to be champion, give her a good story, period. Liv Morgan champion. Is the story good? No, right? So it's not so much do I want her to champion or do I not want her to be champion. It's more about, is the story good or not? I think she becomes champion. I'm hoping Bianca is drafted to the same show as her. And we get Bianca versus Rhea Ripley going forward as the #1 feud. Because they both can go in the ring. They're both superstars. And they're both treated in a way that won't be like a Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley dynamic. Because they're both strong. I'm hoping we get a Bianca, Rhea Ripley storyline after Mania. So you don't have to worry about this whole like Rhea's too strong thing. Because I think Triple H respects Bianca enough to book her very strong relative to Rhea Ripley. Maybe the only one. Okay. But then again, Rhea is his daughter, so you never know. But so what does Becky do at Mania or Io? Well, there's 2 new belts, right? There's 2 new belts. We have a US title and a IC title. Think about what we had. Think about what we had last night. We had a triple threat match between Braun, Sheamus, and Ludwig Kaiser. You can do stuff like that. You have like triple threat matches or fatal 4-ways for the mid-card belts. You can have tag team matches. I could see a Becky versus Lyra for the IC title. If Becky comes back a heel, I could see that happening. I could see a Jade versus Naomi at WrestleMania, especially if Naomi is champion. By champion, I mean a U.S. title holder, right? If she wins the U.S. title and she attacked Jade, you can do Jade versus Naomi for the U.S. title. Io is gonna be tougher. Io is gonna be tough. I don't know. Because Charlotte Flair 2, unfortunately, there's only a certain amount of spots. Okay, there's only a certain amount of spots. When we only have like 4 or 5 women's matches, tough to book them all without it being like a tag team showcase. It's gonna be tough. I don't know. When they had Money in the Bank at Mania, it was easier. Because you had like 6 or 5 men or women in those matches. But Money in the Bank is no longer at Mania, so harder to book talent on the card without it being forced, you know? Becky versus Io would be nice in the mid card, sure, but non-title matches that are mid card happening at Mania. Think about it. We're gonna have 4 guaranteed women's matches at Mania. Those are the 4 titles, right? The 4 single titles. You're not getting a 5th one. Not that I don't know for sure, but I don't think so. Raquel ain't winning the women's IC title. I agree, she won't. Lyra, Zoe, yeah, that makes sense. I agree. Yes, I have Lyra winning it. She's my favorite so far. She's my favorite winner for IC title. Right now, I have Naomi winning it for the SmackDown. So you have a new face or fresh blood in Lyra and an older person, Naomi, that has a strong storyline thing. So it's a good balance. New talent, Lyra, Naomi with a storyline on SmackDown in the mid card. That makes sense. New announcements for Raw tomorrow just came out for WWE Twitter. I wonder what it is. How's it already 12:30? How's it already 12:30? That's crazy. Oh, got the first round. Oh yes, thanks. Let's go.
Says you and I recover from
what is it?
Survivor Series, but the train rolls on and it will roll into Everett, Washington tomorrow night from Monday Night Raw, where CM Punk will kick off the broadcast. Plus, women.
Start from the top.
Right, happy Sunday morning, WWE Universe. As you and I recover from Survivor Series, but the train rolls on and it will roll into Everett, Washington tomorrow night from Monday Night Raw, where CM Punk will kick off the broadcast. Plus, Women's Intercontinental Championship Tournament kicks off round 1, triple threat action. Dakota Kai versus Katana Chance versus Shayna Baszler, and Damage Control is in action against the Women's World Champion Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. And are you ready to celebrate the New Day? Turn it 10 years old. We are gonna celebrate. I hope. All that and so much more. It is the flagship Monday Night Raw tomorrow night, live at 8/7 Central on USA.
Okay.
And bring it in close, because I don't know if you know this.
Official.
It is official.
Get on my face, Adam Pearce. All right, let me see this match again, okay? Dakota versus Katana Chance versus Shayna. Okay, so Dakota advances, right? That what it said? Let me double check my here. So here's the match here. Yeah, Dakota wins. Dakota wins, I believe. I don't see why you have Shayna beat her. I don't know why you have Katana Chance win. They've been hyping up Dakota Kai with the vignettes. I think Dakota Kai wins. So Dakota advances. So it's good for her. This is good for the mid card. Look at it already. Look at this already. You have Dakota Kai in the mid card getting an opportunity to advance as a singles competitor. This only happens with a mid card belt. Unfortunately, because they don't tell mid card stories. Like I always say, a belt is just a prop. It's a storytelling device. You don't need it, but apparently they do. But this is what a mid card belt does. Dakota Kai gets to advance in a tournament as a singles competitor. Awesome. Yeah, so Dakota Kai wins. And then they had a Damage Control against Liv and Raquel. So they're remembering now that Io is number 1 contender. So I'm assuming it's going to be Io and Kairi Sane taking on Liv and Raquel. Right? You guys agree with that? Io and Kairi Sane against Liv and Raquel. It's a tag team match. Meanwhile, Dakota Kai has her own match here. Right? Yeah, that's going to happen. Could you see Dakota and Katana temporarily working together against Shayna? It could happen, but I think it would be more of like everyone from themselves. Even though Shayna is by far the heel there, I think Dakota Kai will probably pin Katana Chance. Like Katana's there to get pinned. Because remember, PFC and Damage Control are now beefing with that whole backstage segment when Dakota Kai said, I'm gonna advance in the tournament, and then Sonya Deville came up and said, no, we're going to advance. So you're going to have members of Damage Control. There's 2 of them. Io has her own issues, right? Her own match with Liv Morgan. You're going to have members of Damage Control, the 2 of them, Dakota and Kairi Sane, in the tournament. You'll probably have all 3 of PFC, Sonya, Shayna, and Zoe. Zoe will advance. Shayna will lose here, right? And maybe Sonya might lose as well. I think Zoe Stark is the only one I think that has a threat to advance. Zoe Stark is the shooter here. She can go. She's talented in the ring. She's the person you need to worry about when it comes to advancing in the tournament. She's got Dakota. Kairi Sane might win her first round, but if she faces Zoe Stark, she'll lose to Zoe Stark, right? So we'll see how it goes. I would love to see the tournament. We'll get that tomorrow. We'll get the actual bracket tomorrow. That'd be a good, that'd be a interesting conversation with the IWC with that one. The IWC will have plenty to say about that match for sure. Or the tournament bracket for sure. Yeah, but Dakota wins. For sure she wins. Agreed? Do you think Dakota loses? I don't think so. Yeah, so Dakota Kai wins that. Agreed, she wins. I don't see why anyone else win that, so she definitely wins that. If she didn't, all hell will break loose online. Can you imagine if Shayna beats her? Oh man. The reaction would be ridiculous. It would be like insane if she lost that match. But she won't, so don't worry about it. She will beat Shayna Baszler for sure. She'll pin Katana Chance though, so. And then of course, Dakota and while Dakota's in our match, they're gonna have Io and Kairi Sane against Raquel and Liv. I think probably Raquel and Liv will lose that match because of Rhea Ripley, maybe? It's gonna be weird. It'd be weird to see how they book Rhea Ripley during this period of time, during this filler feud. It's a filler, straight up filler, right? It's a complete filler. Unfortunately for Io. What happens to Io after she loses? What happens to her after she loses? I hope they wouldn't be silly enough to put her in the IC title tournament. That'd be weird. She has a match already against the champion. Why would you put her in the IC title tournament? But yeah, what happens to her after that? I'm guessing eventually Dakota Kai will turn on her. And then Dakota will turn on Io. But when and where and how and why, I don't know that. Maybe what's going to happen is, now we're in fantasy booking territory, right? Maybe Io goes out there to help. No, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Wait a minute. Will Raquel be in the tournament? Raquel might be in the tournament. If Raquel's in the tournament, Io could go down there to try to help Dakota Kai, but then she loses, and then Dakota Kai blames Io for not helping her get it done, or not helping her deal with Raquel and Liv. Oh, I see it coming now. I see it coming. Oh my God, I think I see it coming. I think. I could be wrong. But it's possible that Dakota Kai had to face Raquel. Raquel will win in semifinals. Dakota Kai will be upset that Io didn't help her. And then she'll turn on her. So they're using the tournament to justify some heel turns, maybe. In both tournaments. But yeah, that could happen. Because she's been wanting to get a singles title for a while now. She wanted that singles title. And if it doesn't happen for her, if she loses that thing, her one opportunity, her best opportunity for the singles title, she may flip out. You feel like it's her chance. This is her time. She had to pull the trigger. That's what she said on Twitter. I got to pull the trigger. So if this is the time to do it, and she fails, she could flip out. And we have a heel turn Dakota Kai coming very soon. I agree Raquel will lose in the tournament. I can see a Raquel-Lyra final. Agreed? I can see a Raquel-Lyra-Valkyria final where Lyra beats Raquel. Booking it now. Lyra versus Raquel in the final. Lyra wins. I can see it. It's like right in my face. I can picture it where Lyra had to beat Raquel in the final. I mean, who else is it going to be? Unless you want to have Lyra beat Dakota Kai, and that makes her turn heel. But Raquel will win her first round for sure. We'll get to the semifinals at least. I just love the whole, I love what the mid-card belt is doing. The mid-card belt is helping in so many ways. Giving the women something to do, something to fight for. A tournament is compelling and interesting. They have something to look forward to. Because a lot of them are just showing up. Lyra just showed up to work. No plan, nothing. Like, I'm here. You need me for nothing? No? Okay, I'll sit in catering. The mid-card belt forces the creative to do something. It forces them. Because apparently they need to be forced. Rhea could cost Raquel. That's smart. Yep. Yeah, I can see that. One, to protect Raquel, have Rhea Ripley do something, get involved. Very easy booking. Can you imagine? Murphy just said this. He said, Liv about to get pinned again. If Liv get pinned again, maybe it might be Kyrie saying, but the IWC will freak out. Well, Liv Morgan fans will freak out, right? Let's talk about Rhea Hogan for a second. Rhea Hogan. Okay, let me search Rhea Hogan real quick. Rhea Hogan. So there's a new nickname given to Rhea Ripley called Rhea Hogan, right? So you have Raquel here. Let me show you Raquel. So they're kind of focusing on Raquel here. So I'm thinking that may be the new direction here for Rhea Ripley, which speaks to this being a legitimate character moment, a legitimate story beat in the match, right, for Raquel and Rhea Ripley. But let me search Rhea Hogan, right? Even prime John Cena and Hulk Hogan would have been too embarrassed to take several blows from a baseball bat and get straight up. Okay? She might as well be billed as Rhea John Hogan Rhea Ripley, or Ripley from now on because it's getting ridiculous. Okay? This is from a Roman Reigns stand. Triple H had the potential to book Rhea and Liv like Charlotte v. Becky. That's never going to happen, okay? Was booked against each other, but the man consistently books Liv weak. And like a scaredy cat. Yep, she's a chicken shit heel. She's a chicken shit heel. At this point, strip the belt from her. I speak for all Liv Morgan fans when I say we do not want this feud anymore, Miss Hogan. Okay? Now, this speaks to the point I was making before. That just because you're a champion does not change your booking. If you're a weak challenger, you're gonna be a weak champion. That's how it is. If you're a strong challenger, you'll be a strong champion. Liv is booked weak, therefore she's a weak champion. That's not going to change because she has gold around her waist. That's simple storytelling. Like, do I think Rhea Ripley is booked a little too strong sometimes? Maybe that's fair. Maybe I'll say yes, right? But she's over. And the crowd loves her. So can you say he's doing anything wrong? Can you argue that, hey, Triple H, you're doing something wrong here? He can say, hey, look at the reaction. Look at the numbers. Look at the merch sales. How can you say I'm doing something wrong? The crowd loves her, right? He can point to that over and over again. This Rhea Hogan point is so stupid. Rhea Hogan. Sounds so weird. Rhea Hogan. This Rhea Hogan point is so stupid. Y'all acting like she just came in and destroyed everyone even though she got beat up seconds after entering. That's true. She did get beat up. She get jumped when you got in there. Got held down and beat with the bat. Yeah, y'all are still claiming she was booked too strong simply because she got the pin. Where do you guys land? Do you think Rhea Hogan is fair? Do you think she's actually Rhea Hogan? I need immediate release and catering contract from Rhea Hogan. That's funny. So Rhea Hogan uncuffed herself. No, she wasn't cuffed. That's wrong. She was never cuffed. They were the first one paying attention. She was never cuffed. Because Io Scott came in with the fire extinguisher and it confused everybody. You know, she was never cut. She was never cuffed. She was never cuffed. Raquel was the only person that was cuffed. Everybody give it up for Rhea Hogan. As predicted, the women's WarGames match was boring. Lots of stalling until the end where Rhea Hogan overcame baseball bat attacks and codebreaker on a steel chair. That did happen. I forgot about that. She got hit with a codebreaker with a steel chair. That was funny. I forgot about that. So she did get baseball bat. She get hit with a baseball bat, and then she did have a codebreaker with a steel chair. Hogan. Did y'all ever get tired of weird hatred towards Rhea for doing her job? Comparing her to Hogan and just disgusting too? Y'all never do this with male wrestlers, and it's clear why. Is that true? I don't know. I don't know about that. Rhea Hogan, Survivor Series. I'm not gonna lie. The Rhea Hogan thing is funny. I'm not saying I agree, but it's funny. Like, the heels had 2 champs, but they still lost. That's my ass off. Rhea Hogan is real. Again, that whole thing about the 2 champions is stupid, okay? It doesn't matter if you have a belt around your waist or your shoulder. If you're weak before, you're going to be weak as a champion no matter what. It doesn't matter if you have a gold or medal around your waist. Rhea Hogan strikes again. I called this. I literally said I want Rhea to go on a Hogan run. I'm glad Paul is in charge and the marks on the internet, and not the marks on the internet. This is a business, and that lives and dies on the back of mega stars. So he's arguing that it's smart to do this because you want to have a very strong champion, and Rhea Hogan makes sense. The booker as a Hogan is good for the division he's arguing. She's never beating the Rhea Hogan allegations. That's funny. Rhea Hogan strikes again. Rhea fucking Hogan. Guys, it's time for me to finally acknowledge the Rhea Hogan claims. People calling Rhea Hogan. Good Lord. This is the whole Becky thing all over again. Rhea Hogan. Rhea Hogan is a ridiculous name. I'm sorry, Rhea Hogan is stupid. The most overpushed women in WWE history. Rhea's too protected. So he's saying that people got mad about Charlotte Flair, but he's saying that Charlotte Flair exists, therefore it's not Rhea Hogan. Okay, that's funny. All I keep seeing now on my timeline is Rhea Ripley wins again. Oh my God, Rhea Hogan. She's overbooked. The biggest difference between Rhea Ripley is booked compared to the other women on the roster and Hulk Hogan. Oh, there's a big difference, he's saying. Actually the best, okay, I disagree with that. That's a take. She's actually the best women wrestler on the card, on the roster. I disagree with that. That's a take. I don't agree with that at all. When did everybody start hating Rhea Ripley? Comparing her to Hogan? I guess all shot damn minds. I'm sorry, it's funny. I'm sorry, it's funny. I say not agree. I'm saying it's funny. Oh no. Rhea Hogan is going to 1/4 them. Oh, he's saying that she got jumped. Okay. Triple H's obsession with Rhea Hogan would be the reason for this company downfall. Okay. Maybe this is too funny to me. Wrong team won. Rhea Hogan is at it again. Rhea Hogan is... Okay, let me stop reading this. It's too funny to me. Imagine, exactly. Can you imagine if she wins the Rumble again? When she wins the Rumble, because in my opinion, she's the favorite. She's the favorite to win the Rumble. I'm telling you, it's very, very possible she wins the Rumble again. I'm telling you. Accept it now. Don't get it too shocked. I'm telling you, The Rumble win is in her future, potentially. Right now, I said like 65% versus the field. Rhea's 65, the field is 35. Like everybody else 35, she's 65 on her own. Okay, you know what? I'm not the biggest fan of Rhea Ripley, but they really need to be called, you really need to call her Rhea Hogan. We're so sick of overrated Rhea Hogan. That's funny, man. I'm sorry, that's funny. You guys love to use the term Hogan or overuse it. Just because you're mad at Rhea's team, one does not give you the right to call her Rhea Hogan. The constant hate to Rhea gets on a daily basis for booking that she doesn't control. That's a fair point. She's not booking herself right. She's not booking herself. Rhea Hogan. Rhea doesn't put anyone over. Rhea is booked too strong. Rhea is always getting pushed. Why can't Triple H let Rhea lose? Rhea always winning is boring. They don't know that fake demon is going against a woman who once won a handicap WarGames match. That's true. Did win like 4-2, right? And Triple H booked that. He booked her to win a 4-2 WarGames match. That was the match where infamously Dakota Kai took out Tegan Knox. 4-on-1. It was her and Candice LeRae, and they still won. Rhea Hogan is then, now, and forever. Yeah, Bianca was not booked this strong. Bianca was not booked this strong. No, this is a different level. Rhea Hogan, now I'm using it. Rhea is on a different level in terms of booking, okay? Like, Bianca Cena, or Super Bianca, that's what Bianca called. The Bianca Cena, Super Bianca, is not on the level of Rhea Hogan, not the same level. Rhea Hogan is a different level. Bianca just cooked Rhea Hogan. Okay, these are funny. I need to stop reading these. It's too funny. I just know there aren't people calling. You just know there aren't people calling Rhea Hogan. Dan Bryan was right about y'all. Fickle. Okay, guys. I'm start reading these. It's so stupid. Yeah, Bianca Hogan was dumb. Bianca Hogan was dumb. I can understand this whole idea that Rhea Ripley is too strong, but Bianca Cena, Super Bianca, that was dumb, okay? She was only having good matches. It wasn't like going 1v4. Like, sure, Damage Control got some beat up a couple times, but that's fine. She got pinned by Bayley plenty of times, right? So, yeah. Yeah, I don't like either. Becky Hogan as well. They called her Becky Hogan. When Becky Lynch won there's a correlation. Whenever you beat Liv Morgan, it's something Hogan, right? When Becky beat Liv Morgan on the Battle Royal for that for the World Championship, when Rhea Ripley got injured, they called her Becky Hogan, and then like it looked very dumb because like a week later, Liv Morgan won. Maybe not a week later, but like a month later, Liv Morgan won anyway. So like, what are you talking about? Yeah, it's kind of silly, but funny. It's kind of funny, but it's silly. The whole Hogan thing. Already seeing a bunch of Rhea Hogan tweets like, "Shut up, Rhea Hogan. We're gonna get the same library for the next 5 months." Blah blah blah. Rhea Hogan. This Rhea Hogan thing is so stupid. You guys get tired. Rhea Hogan this, Rhea Hogan that. Shut up. Rhea Hogan is here again. Rhea Hogan gonna interrupt. It's funny. It's funny. All right, folks. That's it for the stream. Do me a favor, like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Tell me if Rhea Ripley is actually a Rhea Hogan. This is a good Survivor Series, I thought. I'll give it, so my final rating probably like 8. I'll give it an 8. Mess that up. 8 out of 10. I'll give the women's match like a 6 at best. I mean, if like I'm being nice. Lyra can beat Raquel. She can. I mean, she was in the ring with Nia Jax in the Queen of the Ring. That's true. She was. She got squashed. Not squashed, like literally squashed, but she got hit with the Annihilator. But she can win. She can win for sure. Will she? I don't know, but she can. Well, good stuff on the way, folks. Good show. Survivor Series was. We'll see what happens next. Thank you guys for joining the stream. Enjoy your football. And I'll talk to you guys later. See you on Twitter. Peace.